Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Hunter Gatherer channel. And today, I think it's December 9th. I gotta look into that. Anyway, it's like 8:20. I should be in the woods already, but I'm not. I kind of stuck around the house for a little while. Made sure there was wood in the stove. Watched my granddaughter while Joy took the girls to school. And now it's time. It is flurrying. You saw the little bit of snow on the windshield. And it's like 30 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 35 or 36. And it's supposed to keep kind of doing this flurry thing. So I was letting a little bit of snow get on the ground, possibly up on the hill, and maybe it'll, you get like wet leaves, then it freezes and snows on them, and then it gets really cold, it turns to ice, and it's so crunchy. But then you get a little bit of snow on top of that, and it's kind of like a little bit of sound deadening, So if we get a half inch or so of this little fluffy snow on top of those leaves, it could help out the walk. So that's what I was thinking. And I was going to get up in there. I woke up at 5 and got everything. I was trying to decide, do I want to get up in a tree? Do I want to sit on the ground? And I think I'm going on the ground. I decided, well, I definitely am, because I didn't bring my harness or my saddle or anything. I had to check. It is December 9th. I was right. It's Wednesday, so I haven't been to the woods since Sunday? Monday? I don't remember. Anyways, I know I didn't go yesterday. I was working. I think Monday I went out for a little while for that hike. So, but I have not been up on the hill where I'm going today. I haven't been there since Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 4 days. I don't think anybody's been up there in 4 days. So, there's no ground scent, there's no human scent. The deer may be relaxing a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. And so it's my opportunity to get up there and to maybe sneak into one. I'm gonna go up, still hunt on the way up through, probably on the edge of the gully and stuff, and then I might go up and sit for a while. And then after that, throw a dart, flip a coin, I don't know, whatever you got to do. Rock, paper, scissors, you can't really do that by yourself very easily. Anyway, check the wind, check some other things, and make decisions off of that. Sometimes they're the right decisions, sometimes they're not, but I'm going to do the best with the information I have and what I've seen this year. And what I've seen in past years. So you take some of the old information, like, hey, they almost always travel this way. Hey, there's almost always rubs here. Hey, there's almost always this. Then you go off of that and you say, okay, here's where they've been eating. This is where their food sources are. This is where I have seen deer this year. This is where I've seen deer in the past. And you kind of put it all together, and that's what you get. That's how I do it anyways. It's not always perfect, but I have gotten deer this year and in the past. So we're gonna try it. I told Joy I'm coming home at dark or with a big buck. She says hopefully with a big buck or any buck, she says. So that's what we're gonna try for. All right, that's that. And just gonna say a quick prayer before we head up. Lord, thank you so much for being an awesome God, and thank you for the the health and the strength and the mobility to be able to get up and down these hills. And just thank you so much for everything you show me every time I'm in the woods. Thank you for your amazing creation. And Lord, I just pray that if I get an opportunity, I pray you will give me an opportunity and that I won't waste it, and that I will, my name will be true, and that the deer won't suffer long. And I just thank you so much for all these things, and I pray them in Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so I know he'll do his part. I need to do my part. And one of my parts is just getting in the woods. So that's what we're starting with. We're going to get up there. We can't shoot them from the couch. About to head up in here, and it feels great. The temperatures aren't too bad at all, and it's supposed to warm up a little bit. So I haven't hit the leaves yet. Down here, it's not terrible. It'd be nice if we had a little wind cover, but I don't think that's going to happen today. So slow and steady to get up there, and hopefully get it set into place, and I can be patient. I think that was the quickest hunt I've ever had. Turn around, head back home. I forgot the GoPro right on the table. Right, I must have been loading everything in my backpack. I think I know what it was. I pulled one jacket out and put a different jacket in, and when I pulled the first jacket out, I took the GoPro out and I never stuck it back in, I think. So I gotta head back to the house, get it, and then come back, and then we'll head up into the woods. You'd think after, hunting for 27 years, whatever it's been. I guess it's the first year I've been running camera, so I get a pass on that one a little bit. I'm up on the hill. I put the GoPro on once I got halfway up here. Oh, up on the first knob. The little roadway here. It's not super quiet. But the wind just started to pick up a little bit, so that's good. Just trying to make a plan of attack. Being on this road is not working very well. I think I need to get up in these pines. There'll be some pine needles and stuff that'll be a little quieter. Really trying to play it smart and try to figure out which way I want to go first. Flipping a coin. I think I know what I'm going to do. So I got a little change of plans. Something popped into my head and thought, well, haven't been over there in weeks. So what I'm thinking is working around. The wind's kind of in my favor right now, and working my way up, and just through some pines that are over this way, just to check for signs, see if there's any movement over there. I figured I'm already halfway to that spot, so I work my way up around, and then I'm gonna work my way back to where I was gonna go. Not a whole lot of time left. Like 5 days in regular season, and then I think 9 or 10 days or something like that for muzzleloader. I know there's bucks everywhere that use different areas, so maybe he's over that way today. Who knows? Um, so I figure I'll work my way over there, just work through some of these areas that I've seen bucks in the past, and places that I don't know if anybody's been in a while, and see what kind of sign I see, and then work my way back across. So I think there's a switch in my mind that when there's snow on the ground, I have to walk. I don't know. When I think I was 17 when I shot my first deer. My first buck was a 7-point. It was missing a brow tine. I think, I'll have to measure it, but I think it had like a 21-inch inside spread. That's what I recall anyways. It's mounted. It's the first shoulder mount I ever had done. My dad did it for me for Christmas. And anyway, that buck I shot by trailing his tracks in the snow, catching up to him. I saw him cross in front of me in a gully, and I didn't take the shot, and I followed him for about, I don't know, I could go up and walk the exact path it took, and I'd say at least a half a mile or so, and caught up to him in his bed. And so I've just always loved to hunt that way. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to cut a track. I like to see something fresh. Trying to be quiet until I step on big branches like that. There's some pines over here. There's this like basin over here. There's pines that go across this way, and then they wrap up, and they like to travel in that area. So I'm just gonna work my way into them and around them and see if I cut any fresh tracks or fresh beds. All right, I did what I was trying to. I cut a fresh track right here, working its way down the bank. It's just a small doe. I think I see another one over here, which might be its mama. Oh, two more over here. And that one's a bigger track there. So I would say a mom and two fawns, right where I figured I would see some, right near these pines. You see how they're right on the edge? There's the hardwoods over here. This is a thicker set of pines here, and they don't want to walk down right through the center of it. See, they're right on the edge between some thicker pines and a little bit of hardwoods over here. Just working their way down through, and probably went under an oak tree over here somewhere. They could grab a little something, but they're just working their way down the bank. I just saw a flag right over there, right on the edge, right where I figured. We'll go over there and see if we see a bed. Looked like probably a doe. Just what I thought. You can see two beds over here. And they saw my legs coming through the trees. They're smart. They're right where I figured they were going to be. Looks like a fawn and a doe here. So you can see this location here, right there, what, 20 yards away is all oak trees. It's hardwoods, and they're just inside the pines here. My wind is going uphill now. They didn't wind me. They just saw me. If you're down low, like so, you can see a little bit better than our height. You know, deer down low like this with their head, they can see underneath
the branches that are in our way while we're walking. So, anyways, that was pretty cool. They did a good job. She was smart and kept her baby safe. I'm gonna go try to find the guy that was chasing her around the woods, you know, bothering her. Sorry about the sniffing. I catch that while I'm editing. Like, quit sniffing, you idiot. I just don't like snot running down my face, so I do that, but the cold definitely gets my nose running. I will do my best to try to curb that bad habit. It's 10:30 right now, so I just figure a good buck is going to be probably bedded right now and not just walking around. They've been spooked and kicked up and shot at enough times that I'm probably going to have to come across him, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, so just don't tell anybody I told you that. Wow. It's like a huge oak tree split in half up there. Imagine how many big windstorms this old tree has withstood. But it finally succumbed to it. You see it's dry rotted in here. It was rotten all the way down. Looks like we got some fresh tracks running down in over here. I don't know if I spooked them or not. But it's a good possibility. I was just coming over here to find a spot to sit. Looks like 2 deer. Probably a fawn and his mom. What I'm thinking of doing. Let's see, there's a branch right there with a bunch of leaves on it. There's a spot over here. I might just take that, pull it over, sit by that dead tree, make me a little quick blind, and just sit there to eat my sandwiches. Might put my seat right here. Got me a nice little chair area, right? So that's mostly just for when I'm sitting here. Anything that walks along the back, we should be hidden from. Alright, lunch is over. Sat for a little while. Weather conditions are changing. The snow has turned to a sprinkle. I'm just going to stay low here, work my way over. I'm headed over to where I saw all those doe with Jeremy and Landon. We're going to have to change the name of the channel from the hunter-gatherer to the porcupine hunter. I swear, I've seen a bunch of porcupines through turkey season and now deer archery season, and I'm just walking up on one. You see how that's chewed up on the bottom? Looks like a beaver or something had done that, but it's actually porcupines will do that. Can you see him? He's just like a big ball down there. We're gonna work our way down to him. I don't know what he's up to. He's taking a nap or what? Might have just woken him up a little bit. I don't think they have very many predators, so he's not too worried. Pretty neat. So he's just opening up the backside there so his quills will all stick out so you can get them right in your face if you're a dog or some kind of other animal. But they're pretty cool. They're climbing right up that there pine tree. Hey little buddy. You're okay. I'm not gonna do anything to you. Well, that was pretty cool. I don't know if you can still see him climbing up that tree. See you later, Mr. Porcupine. Nice meeting you. I left the porcupine over there, walked across and down. Now I'm working my way from the gully up to this point. My plan is to get up here, work my way across, over, and get up on this edge over here. There's a, it's what Landon called base camp. I'm trying to figure out which way he went, or it went. It's by itself. It's on this little platform here. I was coming up down there. I don't think it moved because of me, but maybe. They're just walking tracks. I didn't smell like a rutted up smell down there by the bed. I didn't see any anything that looked like stains from its tarsal glands, but I did notice next to the bed it looked like dripping spots of pee, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking if it's a buck, it was like a spiker 4-point. So that deer had just gotten up and walked out of its bed to go eat somewhere else or something. So if we can keep the noise down, keep our scent in the right direction, there's a good possibility we might catch something cruising. Check this thing out. It's like the deer stand progression. So we've got an old ladder stand that's been there for ages. Then we stuck some plywood on the top of the platform. I wonder if the platform was going bad. With some sticks sticking off. It looks like old fishing poles almost, but I don't think so. They must have put a net around it with that. Then they've got a regular hang-on stand. And then they said, you know what, that thing's getting a little sketchy and dangerous. Let's just build a ground blind around it instead. That thing's got to be 25, 30 years old. I don't know, at least 20 something. It's an old one. This must be the spot. Oh man, he's got rocks stacked up everywhere to hold his tree branches up. And he's got a nice seat in there too. Nice. It's a cool one. Good job, buddy. I haven't seen any tracks the whole, for like, what, an hour and a half that I worked my way all the way up and around and down. The other day when I was following that one, we came down through and dropped down over here, and there was another buck bedded on the bank over here. The wind is right. If it's bedded over here again, I just never know. Coyote tracks. Maybe that's the reason why the deer have moved to a different spot. Looks like a lot of coyote tracks. Looks like we were digging at something. Trying to get a mouse maybe? I'll turn around. See, he's out digging all around that tree. But then over here, that's what I saw first. I thought, oh yeah, maybe the deer was over here eating. But another spot that coyote was just digging. That coyote is still, see his tracks right here? Looks like he was trying to sniff up that squirrel. Maybe today's coyote day. Honestly, I've only come across like 2 sets of tracks so far this year that have really gotten me excited. The ones during archery season up on my parents' property, and then the other one was the one up here that I chased for, I don't know, 5 miles or so, 4 miles. It was a ways. And, never caught up to him. He got on private. This track isn't terrible, and it's not too old. Not too bad. See what he does. Well, there's a few tracks going that way. He stayed right here. I'm saying he. Looks like a he. There's hardly any snow right there, and there's that. I mean, they've been in there kicking that up like crazy. So I'm gonna kind of stay on this road, circle down, and keep an eye on this. I mean, if they went too far that way, they're on private. That looked like a good track. And it wasn't too old at all. This is the bank that second buck the other day was laying on. There he is. Dang it. Alright. Yeah. That was a buck. I didn't want to shoot him running away. Straight down there. I don't know if you guys saw him or not. Dang it. First set of good sized tracks. Now he might be, I don't know what he might be doing. He kind of turned. Right where I thought he was. It's the second time I've taken my gun off safety. I could have just blasted at him, but I'm not down with that. That might have gone differently if we had a little bit more snow on. I might have stayed right on his tracks. When I came up over that, I might have seen him. I don't know. Don't know exactly what happened. Whether he didn't like the grunt I was doing, or if he caught a scent. The wind is right in my face. Feels like it anyways. He came out right down here. I mean, he was a good ways away. I don't if I would have went back of the head, back of the neck, if it would have worked out or not. But I'm gonna come down here on this spot and just see what he did. He might not be too far away. I don't know if I got time to. I mean, I got like 10 minutes. That would have worked out pretty awesome. Hey, we saw, well, I don't know if you saw him. I saw a buck. And it was those tracks that I saw, so that made me feel pretty good. Yeah. Straight down the road. I bet she does the same dang thing. Hard to tell what's going on in this stuff. I mean, I'm not going to go crazy searching for him. Right down in the center of it. He's like, I'm out of here. Let's see if he does the same thing as that one did the other day. Looks like he crashed right here, here, right on the tip of that. Ben, where'd you go, bud? I think he turned that corner. There he is. Son of a gun. Right up that bank. Let's see what we can do. Make the hill, dude. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. That was good. Exercise. I don't know if they made it up all the way across. They could just be up on this side bank right here. Trying to get my heart rate down. Nice deep breaths. That's pretty kicked up right there. Here. Dang. I don't know. Oh, okay, I see. Straight down the road. And I think he just turned to the left. It's hard to tell with the snows. Yeah, right there. What the heck? Why not? That was a great way to end it. Would have been better if I got shot, but that was fun. So I just learned my lesson, and as soon as I turned my GoPro off, I took like 2 more steps, and 2 doe jumped about 30 yards, well, 50 yards maybe from me and bounced away. I would have got them on video, and I didn't. Anyway, so that buck that I was just chasing, pretty sure he's the one from the other day when I was chasing the big buck from up on the hill. He's a shooter. He will be. If I see him again, I don't take that shot. He kind of, I don't know if it's going to be on the GoPro or not, but he kind of bounded out about 60 yards, 70 yards away, and was running straight away. Well, just trotting straight away from me. I thought maybe I'd get him to stop. We could have gotten a side shot or get him to turn to where I could see him. He went over, there was another roadway just to my left, and like 20 yards he went over to that road and ran down it the rest of the way. Anyway, he had a, you know, a main beam, and he wasn't just a spike or a 4. He came out and around. I think he was as wide as his ears. I can't say. I think he was an 8, but I can't say for sure. Anyway, he would have filled a tag. But that's the second time in the second, like, just about the same vicinity, did about the same thing. So that's where I start getting my education, you know. Now he's getting an education too. He's like, yo, that guy came across the first time, now he came to the top of this time. I don't know if he knows it was me or not. And the first time he blew, the other day, and I'm figuring it's the same buck. I'm just figuring it is the same one. I can't guarantee it. But he did the same exact thing. It doesn't mean another deer wouldn't do the same thing in that situation. So, but just for the sake of argument, we're gonna say it's the same buck. He was hanging out in that area. There was a big, huge oak tree that I went right past at the very end before I saw him. And I mean, maybe it's a spot to just go up and sit there all afternoon or something. I mean, not tomorrow probably, because I'm working and I don't know what time I get done. But the other thing is, you know, he got riled up a little bit today. Now, there was nobody else up on the hill all day long. Who knows if everybody else has quit by now. So, I mean, my primary buck is the one over on the other side, about 3/4 of a mile from where that one was. But right now, with 4 days left of season, the primary buck idea kind of goes out the window. I'm going to keep going after him. See, really, right now, the only thing I can do in this area, I can only hunt a buck here, and if I shoot a buck with my gun, like the one I just saw, I can't hunt muzzleloader season, which isn't terrible. I mean, I can hunt in a different location. There's 2 places I can go hunt that I have doe tags for, but they're not normal areas for me. So I want to fill a tag, don't get me wrong, but I just keep on thinking, hey, there's 10 more days after gun season that I can hunt muzzleloader and maybe get after the big buck or the one I just saw. So, or any of the other ones that are up on the hill still, up in all this state land. So that's the, ooh, that smells like a buck. That's the dilemma. It's not really a dilemma. Got to fill a tag, and hopefully it'll be a nice deer and a great shot. That's the most important thing. Don't waste any meat. Man, smells like a buck over here. Maybe one just came off that knob. Anyways, I'm to the Jeep. Thanks for going for a run with me. And I did pretty good. I made it up that hill pretty good. Didn't die. And I wasn't panting and huffing too bad. So that's what's good about starting an archery season, carrying a pack. Okay, everybody, that's it. That is a wrap for today. The hunter-gatherer. Whew. I'm just gonna lean against the Jeep for a second. Yeah. Oh, almost dropped you. Okay, well, that's it. It's a wrap. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe to the channel. That'd be great. There's a bell you can turn on for notifications, whatever. I don't know anything about that too much anyways. I just hear people say it doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. And if you liked what you saw, I'm going to continue to bring some more. And we got
4 days left. And tomorrow might not be a hunting day. So maybe 3 days left. That's it. So leave a comment below. You ever run through the woods chasing deer? I have. You just saw it. Hopefully that doesn't go bouncing all over the place with my camera, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it. I've said that's it like 4 times. Everyone at the Hunter Gatherer channel loves you. My wife, my kids, my buddies. We all are pretty loving people. If you're watching this, just know you're loved. All right? So we love you. God loves you. And if you come back, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for taking your time to watch one. And hopefully you made it this far, because I don't know how long this thing's going to be. All right. See you later. Happy hunting. We're going for the big one.